With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
We talk about this question. In this question, we are asked that what changes are observed in the uterus subsequent to implantation of the young embryo. Right. So once the fertilization takes place, right, once the fertilization takes place, the zygote is formed, right? So the zygote undergoes mitosis, right? Undergoes mitosis so as to form the embryo, right? So once the embryo is formed, it gets embedded, right? It gets embedded, or we can say it gets implant in the uterus, right? In the thick lining of the uterus. So we are supposed to mention the changes that are observed in the uterus subsequent to implantation of the young embryo. So the very first thing, that as we know that for the implantation to occur, uterus develops thick lining, right? Its inner thick lining of the blood. So that inner thick lining becomes more and more thick, right? So the first change that we observe is that the uterine lining, right, the uterine lining becomes more and more thick, right, so as to support the embryo, right, so as to support the embryo, which is, so this uterine lining that becomes thick is basically the called as the placenta, right? It's basically called as the placenta. So it's the organ, right, that basically develops during the pregnancy, right? So if we talk about the another change, so the some more changes also takes place, that the uterine lining, right, this uterine lining, it gets richly supplied, right? It gets supplied with the blood vessels, right, with the blood vessels, so that, right, so that the nutrition, right, so that the nutrition and the oxygen should be supplied to the fetus, right? So the nutrition and the oxygen should be supplied to the fetus, right? So basically these blood vessels, right, that are supplied to the uterine lining, they basically have a role to play in nutrition and oxygen supply to the fetus, right?
For class 6 to 12, ITG and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.